Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about releases, where we generally provide the releases when we start for the analysis of the structures. So where we need to provide the release. So firstly, we should understand that what is release and why we generally provide release. See, we generally provide the release to reduce the negative bending moment that will occur at the end support of the secondary beam. What is secondary beam? Generally, secondary beam is that type of beam which is generally connected to the primary beam, and primary beam is that type of beam which is directly connected to the column. So here you are seeing that I just took one plan here. So see, this beam is a primary beam because it is directly connected to the column, but this beam is a secondary beam because it is not connected to the column, it is connected to the beam. So we generally provide the release at the secondary beam at the end of the support. Why we provide release? So we generally provide release to remove the negative bending moment that will occur at the end support of the secondary beam. Suppose if we will not provide the release at the secondary beam, what will happen? What will be the disadvantages? So there are very big disadvantages if you don't provide, or if you forget to provide the releases at the secondary beam. If you don't provide the secondary beam, if you don't provide the releases at the end support of the secondary beam, then at the end support of the secondary beam there will be a negative bending moment that will occur at the end support of the beam, and that affect transfer to the primary beam, and at the primary beam twisting bending moment will generate, means rotation will be generated. So to reduce the negative bending moment we generally provide the release. Okay, so here we are seeing that this is the structures you can see for the 3D. Okay, so this is the 3D structures, and this structure is given by someone, and I'm just wanted to inform them also because they forgot. I don't know that they forgot, or they did not provide the releases. So if they will not provide, and if we started for the analysis of the structure without providing the releases, then structure will not design properly, because there will be the twisting bending moment will generate, and then after what happen is that if you go to check the modal behavior of the structure, always the rotation will be more, 80%, 90% like that. So this is also the one reason. So when you start for the analysis and design of the structure, firstly you have to provide the releases. Okay, so first you go for the first flow F1. Okay, so here where we can provide the releases, see, this is the secondary beam. Okay, so here we can provide the release, but here we cannot provide the release because both end is fixed. So where both end of the beam is fixed, there we cannot provide the release. Okay, suppose I'm just giving one example more, like one end of the beam is fixed and other end is not fixed, so there we can provide only. Where we cannot provide the release at the fixed support only. Okay, so suppose just how we provide the release. See, this is the options here: assign frame releases and partial fixity. So just click here and click here, click here, click here, and just go these options, and here just click start and end, because at both end you have to provide the releases. Just apply. So here you have been provided the releases. Okay, and here also you can provide the release, but only this end. Okay, you cannot provide this end because this end is fixed, so you cannot provide the releases. So only here we have to provide. So just select here and this part also. So just go to these options, and here at the end only, so just click here and apply. See, already done. Now this portion also you have to provide. So just click here and click here and start only. So just see. So like that, where you have to see that where we can provide the releases, and the release is not provided at the cantilever beam. One end is fixed and other end is free. So in that case we cannot provide the releases, because what happen is that at the cantilever beam, negative bending moment will generate at the top, but we generally provide the releases at the bottom to reduce the negative bending moment. So in that case we don't provide the releases at the cantilever beam, because at the cantilever beam bending moment will generate at the top. Okay, so we cannot provide the releases in cantilever beam. This is the reason. Understand? Now where we can provide the releases, we can see that here also we can provide it, already is provided here. See, in this case we can provide the releases, and this is here. So in this area we can provide the releases. Okay, now just go for the, here also we can provide the release. See here, because this beam is not connected to this column. Okay, so just click here, go to this options end and click here. So it's provided. Okay, like that you can provide. You have to check here also, you can have to provide the releases. So just click here and okay. So like that, here also you have to provide the releases, because see, this is not connected to this column. So in this case just click here and not like, just click here and go to start and click. Okay, and apply. You have to see that, just click and apply. You have to see already applied the releases. So this is the process to provide the releases, and what is the reason behind it to provide the releases already I discussed. So this is very important, because if you forgot to provide the releases, then structure will not analysis properly, and design will, you will not get a proper design result and all. Okay, sometimes when we start for the analysis will not done. It will take more time to done the analysis. So this is also the some causes why our analysis is not done. So this is also the reason. Okay, so properly you have to be understand that where we can provide the release or not. So here also you can provide the release, because one end is fixed, this is shear wall, and other end is free. So here also we can go for, so like that. Now you go for next floor, and here also, because already I did all stories, because is so where we can provide already it will be provided to all store. Suppose if you go for only one story, so only this story it will be like. Okay, and if you go for the all story, so it will go for all story at a moment. Just click here and just go to end support here. So like that we can provide. Here we have to provide in both conditions. So like that we can provide the both conditions. Okay, so this is the process. When you provide the releases, when you provide the load and all, then after you have to go for the analysis. Directly go for the analysis and check that your structure is see, when we start for the analysis, so we firstly we go for the uncracked model, then after you go for the service cracked model, and then we go for the strength cracked model. After strength cracked model we go for the design. So in uncracked model we generally check the deflections. There are two types of deflections. One is that for long term deflection, that is creep analysis, and other one is that normal deflection, that is creep coefficient. So mostly we go for the creep analysis, that is for the long term deflections. Okay, so in uncracked model we generally check for the deflections, and model analysis means behavior of the structures and all. Then after we go for the uncracked model, service cracked model, And in service crack model, we generally check for the maximum story displacement due to earthquake load and due to wind load. Then again we check for the maximum inter-story diff ratio due to the earthquake load and all. So that is the value of the maximum inter-story diff ratio is 0.004. So value should be less than 0.004, then your structure is safe and all. Okay. So we'll discuss later for that topic. I'm just discussing right now in a short term only. But now my topic is to discuss the releases. What is releases and how we provide the releases. So the thing is that when we start for the analysis and design of the structure, directly we started in a fast way like that. Okay. But see, in structural, if you are a structural engineer and all, so you have to keep patience and go slowly like that. Okay. Because everything you have to, because being a structural engineer, it is not like a idealizations, it is a realizations. What is the difference between idealizations and realizations? Idealizations means like suppose that if I provide this, then this will happen. So we don't consider the idealizations in structures. Okay, we go for the realizations. We have to provide, and you see the analysis, you see the result and all. Okay. So properly, once you go for the model, after that 1 times 2 times you proper check each and every point, each and every joint, each and every load where you have to provide the load or not. So then after you go for the next step like that. Okay. Because so one of my student, you can say that they have been created one structures like that, they forgot to provide the release and all. So they are not getting the model analysis result and all. Always rotation will be getting more than 70%, 80%, 90%. But you know that in mode 1, when we go to check the model analysis, so in mode 1 rotation should be less than 5% and all. But how will get less than 5% if we don't provide the release and all? Always in each and every conditions you will get the rotations that is will be more than 70 to 80% if you forgot to provide the release. So this is the very main important topic. So don't forget to provide the releases and all. Don't forget to provide the stiffness modification factor and all. So each and every step is very important in structuring. When you started for the analysis and design of any type of structure, what code says, you have to follow that things. Okay. So I hope you understand how to provide the releases and what is the reason behind to provide the releases, and where we can provide the release and where we cannot provide the release. I hope you understand. So this is the structures. Okay. So like that you can provide where we generally need the things and all, we can provide. And other thing is that we'll next topic we'll discuss about the here. See, in this structure there is a contraction joint. Okay. So we'll discuss about that, how we provide the contraction joint. And because sometimes what happen is that if you don't provide the contraction joint properly, so some structure will behave and some structure will not behave when we go to check the model analysis and all. So there are some reason, and you can say that there are some points behind it that you have to provide the contraction joint very properly and all. So then after it will be better for. So for today it will be okay, and for next lectures we'll discuss further topic and all. Okay. Thank you so much.